Here's my return match. I dropped the belt to Bob Backlund in Madison Square Garden. The return match against Bob Backlund. I am in the hallway waiting to go to the ring with my tie-dye, my gimmicks on, my color, the blonde hair, the body, the whole deal. The month before, I'd already dropped the belt to Bob Backlund, and I'm standing there with Vince McMahon Sr., and out of the babyface locker room at Madison Square Garden walks Bob Backlund with a towel around his neck, with a full-length boxing robe on to the ankles and the belt underneath the boxing robe. The belt that he just took from me underneath the boxing robe with a robe tied in a bow. And Vince McMahon Sr. says, Bobby, where's the belt? Put this all over the internet. Where's the belt? And Bobby says, the belt is underneath my robe. And Vince Sr. says, Bobby, the fans want to see the belt. It was all about the belt. Bruno Sammartino, 10 years with it's the belt. He said, Bobby, the fans want to see the fans want to see the belt. And he says, but Vince, it's underneath my robe. And he says, and then Bob Backlund says to Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon Senior, one more time says, Bobby, will you please show the fans your belt? And Bob Backlund says to Vince McMahon, but Vince, I like my robe. He gave the belt, he took it from a man and gave it to a child. Bob Backlund. But Vince, I like my robe. That's the biggest mistake the business has ever had. And you put this all over the internet. I am still livid about it. And Vince McMahon begged Bob Backlund to show the fans the belt, and the guy is such a child, idiot, imbecile. The belt that meant something. The guy is a child and a and that is on record from superstar Billy Graham and printed all over the internet. I'm still livid about it the rest of my life. The biggest mistake ever made in professional wrestling was giving Bob Backlund the WWF belt. He gave it to a child and took it from a man, superstar Billy Graham.